Hello everyone and welcome to Jumperman Tech, where we specialize in HVAC but do everything DIY. And today we're going to go over the ultimate service technician tool bag along with the tools that I bring on every service call. Thank you to everyone tuning into Jumperman Tech. To begin with, we're going to go over the tool bag that I use, and that is the Veto Pro Pack Tech Pack MC. Here's an outside look of the bag, and what's amazing about this is that it's not only a tool bag, but it's also a book bag. Here's a backside view of the back. As you can see, we have our book bag straps. When working in various types of environments, it's really a great feature. Typically, I don't wear this as a bag as it is quite heavy. I do use a hand truck, which is convertible, to carry around all my tools. The padding on this bag is super heavy duty. It's honestly really good. It's a very strong bag. The top handle is extremely heavy duty as well. Can't go wrong. The bottom of the tool bag is extremely heavy duty as well, and it is water and oil resistant. Here's a look at one side of the bag. Here I have this little clip where I carry various colors of electrical tape, and I do carry this mega tape, which is PTFE tape, which is good for water and gas lines. It's really heavy duty. Here I have two markers. This is a Milwaukee Inkzol liquid paint marker. As you can see, we have the ball inside there. It's really good on many surfaces. And here's another Milwaukee Inkzol fine point marker where it's just like a permanent marker, and I like these much better than Sharpies. On the other side of the bag, I have a nice clip here carrying a Milwaukee 16-foot measuring tape. I have two more of these markers. I just love them and I just want this whole bag filled. And then I carry this right here. This is your little mystery box, and I think everybody should carry this. So as you can see, this is a Milwaukee pouch. As you can see, I love Milwaukee. But inside here, this is my little everything bag. So inside here, I have valve cores, these little pins. It's always great to keep extra. I do have a little CO2 drain gun, so I carry a few spares here. These are great for service. Also maintenance. They get a little pricey, but they're really good. And if you just look closely, I just have a whole bunch of different types of wire nuts. I carry 5/16 screws, wood screws, and basically I carry a bunch of hardware, so I don't have to keep running back and forth. So I got my 1/4" self-tapping screws, 5/16 self-tappers, little tiny 1/4" sheet metal screws, wood screws, you name it. So I've got my little everything pouch, and this is like honestly like the best thing. The other side I have a little clip here, and I just flip it to the bag. So let's see what I have in the front of the bag. So over here I carry a little bit of leak lock. This is a great thing here. This is a joint sealing compound, locks out leaks. It's honestly a great thing to have. Here I have this nice pouch, super strong Velcro, and inside here I have a few items. I carry these fitting adapters. I cover them so we don't have any dirt or anything coming inside, but this is an adapter for 410A systems. So if you ever come across like a mini split, you'll see this a lot on new units. You're gonna need this adapter as the size is different from your typical gauge connectors. So I carry 3 of those in here. I also keep this Yellow Jacket valve core removal tool. This thing is absolutely amazing. You can change pins that are leaking without actually recovering the gas from the system. It's just a must-have, really. I carry a PT chart in there. Never know when your phone's gonna die. If you don't have one of these in your tool bag or your wallet, you're not a real technician. Inside there, I also carry a few jumper cables. I am the jumper man, so gotta have those. I also have in that pocket a spare pack of utility blades. These are really good. Here I carry 2 pens, but this one specifically is not your average pen. This is actually made by Smith & Wesson, and it is a tactical pen, so if it ever came to it, get stuck somewhere, you could actually break glass with this, which is pretty cool, but it is used as a pen for me. I also have this little pocket here. It is so tiny and hard to get into. I honestly don't know what I would keep in there, but I just kept this little multi-tool in here just because I don't know what would fit in there, but I figured it would be cool. Man, it's hard to get in there. So this is the Gerber dime multi-tool. There are quite a few tools on here. You got your scissors, got blades, flathead, Phillips head. I mean, there's so many things here. It's honestly so cool. And what I like about this one is that if you open it up, it's got your little wire cutters and pliers. These are just super cool, and it's just so small. Love little small tools like this. This is the Gerber dime. What I love about this type of bag is that it keeps everything super organized. You're gonna see what I mean. So the front of my bag that doesn't go against your back, I keep more of my sensitive tools there. Now that is a beautiful thing. If so far you're enjoying this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe as I come out with new videos every week. And if anyone is interested in purchasing any of these tools, a link to each tool will be in this video's description. Let's continue. Since I've gotten this bag, I have not lost a tool because everything has its own space. So I could quickly just open it up and just see, is everything in place or not? So it's really an amazing thing. So let's start with my multimeter. This is one of the most important tools. This is the Fluke 902 FC HVAC clamp meter. Boy, is this thing amazing. Behind the meter, I have a level. This is a Milwaukee level, and it's magnetic. Great tool. Behind here, I have a Klein Tools 1000 volt insulated screwdriver. This thing is great. So we have our Phillips head. You could just easily spin this around, and you got the flathead. Great tool. Here I have a Klein Tools 11-in-1 screwdriver. Where would you be without this? Got a bunch of functions here. Of course, you got different size flatheads, Phillips head, 1/4-inch nut driver, 5/16, you name it. Bunch of tools in one. So you have 11 tools in one. This thing is amazing. Probably one of my favorite tools. Here I have a little electronic screwdriver. You have your little valve core removal tool here, which I really like. And you got a small little flathead. These are used for thermostats, and you can pull out this side, and it has a little Phillips head too. This was given to me by Johnson Supply. Here I have another Klein Tools multi-tool, and this is a multi-nut driver. So you have so many different sizes in here. You name it, got them all. So many different sizes, you pick and choose. This comes really handy. I also carry this single flathead. Honestly, it's important to have a strong heavy-duty flathead, and this is a large size, so very handy either for prying things or just for large contactors and electrical controls. We also have this Fieldpiece tool here. So this is really cool. This is the Fieldpiece SPK3, and this is a rod temperature thermometer, and it also has a laser. Really great tool. I also carry Allen keys, your metric and say types. I like these a lot, so you can take out each one individually. I don't like the ones where you kind of just like flip like a little switchblade. I don't like those. These are better. You can get in tighter spots. Good for fan motors as well. And yeah, Klein Tools. So this is another multi-tool. This is a stubby little screwdriver. So you got your little flatheads, Phillips, 5/16 and 1/4 inch. So handy. Of course, Klein tools. I also have a spare thermometer. This is the Fieldpiece SPK2. Inside here I also have a telescoping inspection mirror. So this comes in handy a lot. I also have a Fluke non-contact voltage detector. It is absolutely really cool. And anything Fluke, I don't know, I just want it, so that's in there. Here I have a tiny little backup flashlight. This is the Streamlight Micro Stream. And honestly, I think they make the best flashlights. It's super small, super handy. You might want to take this everywhere you go. Here's my refrigeration ratchet. This is my service wrench made by Yellow Jacket. Would you really be a technician if you didn't have one of these? I don't think so. Here I have the Milwaukee Fastback. This is a little box cutter. Always great to have. I do carry another blade in here. Honestly, I just love the curve on this. I love things like knives and stuff like that, so that's just kind of in there to fill up that extra pocket, and just because it looks so cool. I do have a few pockets here. So inside here, I carry Nylock Blue. This is a gasket and thread sealant, Nylock Blue. What's great about this is that it's compatible with all refrigerants and will not contaminate your system. Really good to have. I also have another tube leak lock. Can't say I'm not prepared. What else we got in here? So that's that pocket. Then inside here, I have a bunch of cables. So here's some more Alligator Clips. This one specifically, this one is magnetic. Really cool, especially for like thermostats. Inside there I also have different adapters for my leads on my meter. So this is my original pair. These are adapters for the ones I have on now. Then I got these little Alligator Clips that you can attach to your meter. And what's important to note is that the ones that lately I've been using, these are little micro leads. These are really good when you work on a lot of like electronics, like when you have to check in between harnesses and stuff like that. You kind of just like stick it in and you can get a proper reading. A lot of times the standard ones don't fit. You can see the difference. Tiny, large. So there we have the front of the bag. But would this really be the ultimate service bag if it didn't have a backside? So here's the backside. Before we open this up, you gotta see this like heavy duty bracket that helps hold this up. It's a piece of metal, it's real leather. I mean, this thing is just heavy duty, man. All right, here we go. Prepare to be amazed. Whoa. All right, so let's start with these two. So this right here is the Crescent X6. So these are ratcheting wrenches, and each of these have 4 sizes, so this is 8 tools in one. These are extremely heavy duty and they come in such handy. My gosh. I know I carry a lot of things in this bag. Some people might say it's overkill. I like to come prepared, and personally I love collecting tools, and if I have too many, well, there's your problem. Because I don't have one. So this right here are insulated needle nose pliers. Like every now and then you just gonna need this. This is made by Knipex, and honestly it's just a great thing to have, and I just want everything. These right here. Of course, you need your insulated fuse pliers. Very important to have. It's very important to have insulated tools. Whatever you see here in red and yellow, these are not only insulated, but they're industrial strength. This is good for 1000 volts. These come in handy so much, some Milwaukee Scissors, and if you look closely, it's actually a little measuring tape on here. It's really handy. Here's a very important tool. This is made by CPS. This is a solenoid magnet, really important for troubleshooting. These pliers here, as you can see, it's made by Knipex, 1000 volts, super heavy duty. Once you got your hands on tools like this, you're just like, wow, you can really feel the quality. So this is for cutting a large size gauge of wire. When you work with big things, you need this in your bag. Personally, I think Knipex makes the best pliers. So these are the Knipex Cobra Pliers, and I have them in 3 different sizes. Awesome. Here I have some adjustable wrenches. I used to have the 3-piece set, the large one just disappeared. I was working on a large coil. It fell in the back and it was just impossible to get to, and I just had to let it be. Whoever can find it, well, that large piece was probably $80 alone for one of these. It was super expensive, somewhere around that price. What's cool about this, you can lock this into place and do what you gotta do. It's like an adjustable wrench and it looks like a plier. I mean, they just looked so cool. I just figured, gotta be in this bag. So here I have 3 Husky adjustable wrenches. Always need these. I have these pliers here, which are rated for 1000 volts. Has quite the teeth on these. Really cool. Here I also have my Knipex linesman. Gotta have these. Gotta have your needle nose. 1000 volts. I also have my little snips here. Also made by Knipex. This is a German company. A lot of my tools are either German or American. German just because they have outstanding tools. They really do. And I also like to carry American tools and support my country. Got a couple small items here. This tool right here is unbelievably handy. So whenever you're like in a tight space, you're gonna want one of these. So you can change these little adapters, some stuff that you might see in your drill sets. You can put them in there and it ratchets. Gets you in a really tight space. Helps you out in really tight spaces. Also in the pocket here, I have a little set of adapters. Can't go wrong. I carry this little multi-tool. You can break glass with the tip. Comes with a whistle. And inside here, if you open this up, it actually has a rod in here where you can create a spark and you can make fires with this. If I gotta burn the place down, well, I got this to do so. Hope it never comes to that. So, hopefully all the customers pay. Gotta have your little baby adjustable wrench. Boy, does this thing come handy. Not every tool here is German or American. I try to get the best tools that I can find, but typically those are the ones that I use. These little pockets, it's kind of hard to like fit things in here, so just got another cool multi-tool here. This is the Leatherman Style PS. Boy, does this thing look awesome. Has pliers, knives, anything you could think of. Scissors in here. I just love these little things. Big fan of multi-tools, especially Leatherman. Here I carry a small caliper, and this is to get the measurement of shafts and pipe sizes. Here's a small tool here. This is a valve core removal tool. And at the same time behind here, if you open this up, it carries a couple of these fittings inside. Gotta have your spare valve cores. Again, it's hard to fit those little spaces back there. So I kind of just wanted to fill up the bag, and it's another little cool multi-tool. Got a little blade here, got your serrated blade. Then your fine blade, got a bottle opener. Here's a Phillips head screwdriver. Just a couple of cool things. Also have this little wrench, and this is to open your B tank. Just a cool little thing that comes with the set. Figured I'd keep it inside with the rest of my tools. I also have two pockets here, inside here. So this is also made by Klein tools. These are wire markers. So these are labeled in alphabetical order or numerical, and it's to label your wires. It's always great to do so. Next, inside this pocket, I have this tool here. And this is really cool. This is a little drain gun. So here you can blow out drains for small projects. Man, this thing is so handy. You don't want to be carrying a huge, nitrogen tank into the ceiling or anything like that, or bring it to the job, when this honestly takes care of most clogs. So inside here is those little CO2 tanks. These are the CO2 tanks this uses, and that's what I keep in my little everything pouch. That's my service bag. Has quite a few things inside there. You cannot say that I'm not prepared. I'm pretty much ready for any situation, but I also carry more tools with me on every call, and we're gonna get into that. But just so everybody knows, I was not sponsored by anyone. Honestly, I wish I was sponsored by any of these companies, but this is all stuff that I truly believe in, and I've invested my time and money into buying. I also carry this little tool bag right here, and inside here I have quite a few items. So first things first, gotta have my spare gloves. I love my Milwaukee gloves. So here is probably one of the best tools that I have. This is the Milwaukee M12 impact drill, and I have this with a 4.0 battery. This thing is an absolute beast. It's super small, super light, but it's honestly stronger than a lot of 18-volt drills that I've used. I'm a big fan of the M12 series. This is 12-volt equipment. This is a drop light. You always need light. This is my main source of light, and then I carry that little flashlight with me. So you want to have this, and being that it's cordless, it is just so much better for you. It's just really amazing. So here I carry also the charger. I also carry an extra phone charger in here. You never know when you're gonna need that. I make videos using my GoPro, so with this charger I can charge either my GoPro or my cell phone. Should note that your cell phone is one of your greatest tools, so always have that charged. Here I carry a little pouch where I have all my little adapters for my drill, like extensions. But one of my favorite ones really is this 90-degree angle tool. Gets into tight spaces. Really need this. You should really have that in your tool bag for your drill. Keep this inside here. I haven't actually got a chance to use it yet, but this is a screw extractor set. For a couple dollars, this could really save the day, because we always know what ruins the day is just that one screw from hell. So I also carry these two pieces here. So I have my drill bits here. These specifically are super strong. They're really cool, and on the bottom of them you have that 1/4-inch chuck, and you can connect it to your impact drill. When I bought this little set for the M12, it came with the charger, the impact drill, and also your standard drill. So really amazing. Inside this case we have all the adapters we need. Have a couple of drill bits and all your little adapters and fancy little items you can use on your drill. The last bag that I carry is this one. This is made by Fieldpiece, and it's just amazing what's inside here. So I stopped carrying my gauges, my manifold set on the job, as you should know that every time you put that on the system, you have refrigerant in the hoses and you lose that bit of refrigerant. When you're working on small systems, especially ones with a critical charge, you checking the refrigerant pressures just might create a whole damage to the machine, where now you lost a critical charge and it's just never going to work right until it gets the proper charge. So here I have my wireless probes. These are wireless gauges. So with these, they work off Bluetooth, and I can check the pressures in a system without taking out a large charge of refrigerant. So these are really good, and they're just really cool. Along with the probes, I have these two wireless temperature clamps. So between the two, using the app, I can accurately assess these systems by checking superheat and subcooling, which is a huge feature, and that's pretty much the main reason why I got them, and just because I love collecting tools. This is my main tool bag, and this is what I use for every single service call that I go on to, and honestly, I am prepared all the time. I'm in New York City, and it's honestly so hard to find parking sometimes. Sometimes I have a parking space 5 blocks away, and you don't want to come running back and forth for the smallest thing. Sometimes just taking the elevator in some of these large buildings in the city, you lose at least like an hour of your day just waiting for the elevator. We have to use the special service elevator, and honestly, it can get insane. So I like to come prepared for every job that I go to. And this is pretty much it. If anybody found this video interesting or helpful, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time.